Direct mail, Monday, November 29th, 2021. Steve Sipress here. I received this in my mailbox last week sometime. A, well, we'll call it a postcard, but it's really what's known as a self mailer. This is where you mail out your sales piece, your sales letter, but you don't need an envelope. So it's the size of an oversized postcard. Front and back, you see the address panel there and the return address and the postage and all. However, it opens up. You got something on the inside. So this is more of a self mailer than a simple postcard, and it folds over and likely has a little tab of adhesive glue there to hold it closed. But you open it up. So this is what caught my eye. Is now I don't know if you get invited to a lot of these. I don't know if you do a lot of these. The lunch and learn, the dinner, invitation, whatever, a meal and a presentation. And so this one is, I'm not sure what it is, but we'll open it up and check it out. But the headline, please join us for a complimentary meal for two. And then photos of some, I guess, some appetizing food there. And not only is it a complimentary meal for two, but where are we? There we are. Just for attending, according to this, you receive a $500 shopping cart. So some kind of a $500 card to a one store, an Amazon card or a gift card, or who knows what that is. That's interesting. Again, not knowing what it is helps to get this thing opened. What's it all about? I got to open it up and check it out, right? Where's the dinner? I got to check it out. And then this thing caught my, I'm not sure what they do, but if I attend this presentation and this dinner, I will learn how to permanently eliminate the maintenance fees for your timeshare. And then there is the call to action, see inside for more. So open it up and find out how do you get this $500 shopping cart and what kind of shopping cart is it, and how you can get this free meal for two, and how you can permanently eliminate the maintenance fees for your timeshare. Now, my beautiful wife Michelle and I, we don't own a timeshare, but I have helped a lot of people sell a lot of timeshares, and a lot of people have bought timeshares that I know. And there's one thing is even after you've paid it off, those maintenance fees every year, they're like, well, I own it, but every year the maintenance fees, and every year they go up. And so even though they own it, you just keep paying more and more for the right to use it every year. So apparently, I mean, obviously people don't like that. And this sounds like a winner to me, where anybody in the area this is mailed to, or the list, or possibly since it was mailed to a previous owner, I blacked it out for privacy concerns. They were on a list as owning a timeshare. So seems like a great offer to anyone who owns a timeshare. Wouldn't they love to learn how to permanently eliminate the maintenance fees and get a free meal for two just to find out, and a free $500 car shopping card just for attending? Now the other side has the old good for one complimentary meal. So two tickets. So it's November 30th, which is tomorrow, and the next 2 days. So what's today? Monday. Direct mail Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I have a choice of days and of the year 2021. Bring your spouse or deed co-owner. And you're invited, and call this number to secure your reservation today. And there's some kind of a code for reservation. So let's open it up, see if we can find out a little bit more about it. But if you ask me, they'd be very smart to not really answer how, well, they're certainly not going to answer how to permanently eliminate the maintenance fees. You got to show up for that. But even really, what it's all about. Are they a law firm? Are they some kind of a, I don't know. Who are they? What do they do? So we open it up and we see the duplication of that gold seal with the $500 shopping cart. Some more photos of food. So even if I don't like spaghetti and meatballs, maybe I like garlic toast and fettuccine alfredo, or wherever that is, or some lasagna here, or whatever all that stuff is. And let's see what it says. RSVP by November 29th. That's today. I got RSVP if I wanted to go. And that's smart. I think I received this in the past week or so. Very smart to have a very short deadline. So I got to take action. I can't simply say that looks good. No, I'm busy now and I'll check it out later. Whoa, I probably received this, right before Thanksgiving last week sometime. Would have seen that, hey, Monday got RSVP and the thing is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I got to take action already. So I'm a big fan of short deadlines. Get people to take action. The longer the deadline, the more you think, the more chance that they'll buy. But it's also much more of a chance that they'll just forget about it, put it aside, say they're going to come back later, and they don't. How many emails do you look through your inbox in a day and see the subject line and go, oh, I'll go back to that one, I'll go back to that one, I'll go back, and then you don't go back. So the old handle it once rule, get people to take action when they first get this thing in their hands. You will have the opportunity to individually meet and learn from our expert consultant, a timeshare industry veteran, previously employed by such resorts as Wyndham, Diamond, Westgate, Blue Green, Marriott, and many others, blah, blah, blah. So I meet a expert timeshare industry veteran consultant, and then I'm going to have three choices. I love it. Do nothing and keep paying for something you're not using or not utilizing. Optimize your timeshare ownership and maximize your investment, or exit gracefully and painlessly from your contract regardless of your situation. So again, people that are restless, frustrated, not happy with their timeshare situation, this hits the nail on the head. They're going to fall into one of those categories. Yeah, I've been thinking about selling it, or maybe I'll rent it out. Maybe that's what optimize is all about. Or, of course, do nothing and keep paying for something you're not using or not utilizing. Uh, their hope is that most people, which most people will, say, oh no, that's stupid. I don't want to keep paying for something and do nothing that I'm not using. So they'll pick one of the other two, optimize their ownership or exit from the contract. And this has been, now they have some authority builders, which you always want to use if you have them. Featured on Yahoo Finance, Business Insider, New York Weekly, A rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's first come, first serve, and these event reservations fill up quickly. And here they have some kind of a burger and fries, some kind of a chicken and gravy and asparagus and something else there. So, nice pictures of food, two free tickets. They didn't explain what this $500 shopping cart is just for attending, but that sounds cool. There's some weasel claws here. There's very faint, small writing. I don't know if you can even see it right there. You can barely read it. It's tiny print, very faint, with like the what we call the weasel clause, the restrictions of who this doesn't apply to. But really, all it seems to say is all those companies I just mentioned have registered trademarks, and this isn't associated with them, and blah blah blah. So I just have to show up if I want to find out what's this shopping cart all about, and how are you going to save me money to maximize my investment? What do you got in mind? Or can you help me get out of it and sell it? Timeshares notoriously, you can't sell them for any value at all. So if I own a timeshare, this seems like it would be an irresistible offer. So the question is, the point is, this person has done some math, and they figured out, this company, what a client is worth to them, the lifetime value of a client, how much they make by getting one new client, and then they go back from there and say, okay, let's say they make you know $3,000 per client. Say $3,000. Well, then the question you want to ask yourself is, now how much am I happily willing to invest to acquire that $3,000? Will I happily invest 1,000? Sounds good. 500? Sounds good. Let's just say it's 500. I would happily invest 500 to get a client that's worth 3,000. In fact, I do that all day long, right? So let's say one out of three people that attends this thing becomes a client. Let's say one out of five. One out of five becomes a client. And I'm happily willing to invest $500 to get a client. That's $100 for each person to attend. I'm going to invest. So I'm going to pay the place $100 for dinner for two for every couple that comes. Well, I got to have five couples. So uh, whatever, you do the math, you add it up, and you say, I need this many dinners to buy to get the client worth that much. So they figured out the math, and they say, if we give everyone this gift card, that again, I'd like to find out what it is not bad enough to go to the dinner. Although, I do go to a lot of these and have just for that reason, just to check out what's going on. I suggest you do too. Stay abreast. Read your junk mail, quote junk mail, your junk emails, like answer the phone when telemarketers call, or if a door-to-door salesman knocks on the door, you get invited to a sales presentation. Go check out the sales presentation, see how they're selling it, what they're selling, how they answer objections and questions. What's the next step after this? Do they sell it on the spot? Usually they book a one-on-one interview now after the presentation. Come to our office, we'll talk or call or whatever it is. So I'm always very curious about advertising, marketing, and sales. That's how I remain one of the top experts on the subject. I have a saying, somebody probably said it before me, but I'm very fond of saying lifetime learners are lifetime earners. So learners are earners, constantly want to be curious and learning. So I'm curious, maybe I will go check it out. Complimentary meal doesn't look like I personally eat a lot of this stuff, but my beautiful wife Michelle might enjoy it. Oh yeah, the only thing is I don't have a deed to a timeshare. So that's going to be the qualification. You call the number, it says call to register, and they're going to say, do you own a timeshare? And I could lie to get a free meal. And of course, I don't do that. Like, if I'm going to lie, it's going to be something a heck of a lot bigger than a free meal. Anyway, so that'll do it for Direct Mail Monday. Do the math, figure out what your client, patient, member, customer, whatever they are to you, figure out what they are worth to you overall, lifetime value, and then go back from there and ask yourself, how much am I happily willing to invest to acquire that patient, that customer, that client, that member, and understand that whoever invests the most wins. Obviously, there are exceptions. If you invest into something totally stupid, then it's a waste of money. But if you invest in a smart thing like this self mailer, the meal that goes along with it, the shopping cart that goes along with it, um, maybe TV ads, whatever it is, if you're investing a lot into acquiring a customer, a lot more than your competitors, you're going to get the customer. Your competitor is not. So the natural inclination is to think, how cheaply how cheaply and easily and quickly and without having to do any work and invest a lot of money, how can I acquire cheap customers? That's where people spend all this waste, I'm going to call it waste. They waste all this time on social media or, friend requests and then immediately starting to try and sell them something. Hi, LinkedIn connection will sell you something or whatever. You know, it's a lot of grunt work, a lot of waste of time. Or they beg people for referrals or whatever. None of this stuff is scalable. None of this can build a big, predictable cash cow of a business. Only systems can do that. And you want to, I forgot what I was going to say, but this is part of a smart marketing, advertising, sales system that can be very scalable. Hey, we can hold, three of these and we can do it every other week or every week, or we can do it in three different cities every week. We can hold six a week, nine a week, 12 a week. I know people that have the seminars and they have staff doing them all across the country every few months. They're renting out hotel rooms and they're doing their no money down real estate seminars or whatever, and they're raking in millions of dollars from it. So, how much you got to know your numbers? How much you happily willing to invest? And if you invest more, do it smartly, than your competitors, of course. I mean, if there's somebody else who's a timeshare consultation expert to teach somebody how to learn how to permanently eliminate the maintenance fees from your timeshare, gee, let's say I owned a timeshare. I didn't even think that was possible, so I'm not searching for it. I'm not looking for it. But you can buy me a free meal and tell me about it. You can do something else and tell me about it. You can send me this, that, whatever. You market to me more, more often, better than your competitors, you'll win. You'll get the client. That's the name of the game. And that'll do it for Direct Mail Monday, November 29th, 2021. I'll catch you back here again tomorrow when I delve into something topical in the news and teach some business lessons from that on Topical Tuesday. I hope you'll join me then. Thanks for being here today. Over and out. Bye bye.